similar to David Fincher, who rarely misses, if ever. And Michael Fassbender is in a story about a hitman that actually does miss for the first time ever, and that's where kind of the story unfolds as a very precise killer with a method that he has to stuck to maybe fit into his worldview and his own like sanity. When that kind of starts to break, maybe a tad bit, and we get more of an interviewing of his character. That sentence doesn't really conclude anywhere, but like that's the story that we get in The Killer. It's based on a graphic novel. I read through it. There's quite a few differences other than the base character here, where it goes story wise, other than like the initial like failed hit attempt. And I gotta say, this was my most anticipated of the festival. I was a bit let down because I was hoping for a bit more, but I feel like it was just managing expectations a bit. It's very solid. Still stylistically, there's a lot of stuff that Fincher does that's very typical for him. Fassbender, I think, is like really captivating to see. I don't know how many other people could portray this killer as successfully as he did, and still make it like enticing and engrossing to watch. But ultimately, like easy recommendation for anyone who even vaguely likes Fincher, and I think you'll agree with me. But I don't know if you ended up liking it a bit more than I did. I don't remember.
Well, I missed the first 10 minutes, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
That's
story
that,
time.
that said, I'm really happy Michael Fassbender is an actual good movie
Yeah.
for like the last 6 years, basically. Really happy he's got a he got a great performance on screen once again. I did call this a top tier crime thriller, but it's not top tier Fincher. Like if you
Mm.
compare this movie to the rest of his filmography, it isn't as strong.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, if you're expecting a lot of Tilda Swinton, a lot of basically like other characters, you're not gonna get that. It's solely focused on Michael Fassbender, but he does carry the movies on his shoulders uh, in a great fashion.
Mm.
And as an action guy, because I'm quite an action guy, there's one action scene in The Killer, which is like a home invasion
Wow, yeah.
type sort of situation, which I loved. Like every punch, every blow, you feel it. Like it's not like like typical ha ha. Like nah, every punch, you can feel it. Like
Mm.
it is terrifying to watch because you're literally gonna think like, oh wow, yo, he's going down, like damn. But
Hmm.
great scene with like a huge guy, which fucking huge man. Like you were talking about it towards me, like
So
he must be
big.
one of the tallest guys I've ever seen, like
Yeah.
the biggest guys. So yeah, really great action scene. And yeah, just overall really great crime thriller. It's just not top tier Fincher. That's all I can say.
It's hard to get all the way up there for one of his best films, but I feel like certainly like I said, a recommendation there.